Hi everyone, I'm Leanne Bombay of Borealis Acres, and this is Bambi, one of our Shire horses. Today I want to tell you Bambi's story. Before we start, I want to give a gentle warning. Some of these first clips are hard to watch. You'll see Bambi as a newborn Shire struggling to stand. When he was little, he was in splints, which of course you'll see in the video. Please know, we worked very closely with our vet every step of the way. At no point did we let Bambi suffer needlessly. If he hadn't shown us the fight, the strength, and the will to live that he had, we would have let him go. Without further ado, this is Bambi's story. Thank you for watching. So here's little Bambi as a baby. He was born June 13th, 2024. There's quite a story to tell, obviously, as you can see by his legs. Firstly, his mom, Sophy, had contracted placentitis. That was kind of what ended up with the hospitalization in the first place. She had already been booked in for maternity board with our vet, and that was supposed to be 2 weeks long, where basically the mare goes in whenever, the way the vets put it, the mare goes in whenever the owner starts to lose sleep with worry. Unfortunately for me, that wasn't the case. Sophie started to present with a white discharge about a month before she was due to be brought into the vet for her maternity board. And from there, it became a 53-day stay. She was dealing with placentitis. There were major concerns for the foal as a fetus inside of her yet, obviously not getting enough oxygen. And for that reason, the vet had contacted me and had wanted to do a C-section for Sophie. However, performing a C-section surgery on a draft horse and then the intensive care for mom and baby afterwards for up to 8 weeks, the costs add up very quickly, and we were told to expect a staggering up to $110,000. All of that said, we chose to go a carefully medicated route, pregnancy route instead, by the advice of the surgeons who discouraged the vet from proceeding with the surgery for a number of reasons. And with the carefully medicated pregnancy, the vet was successful in birthing Bambi live. They phoned me right when he was born. They did let me know that unfortunately he was born with dummy foal syndrome and severe contracture. As you can see, he needed the splints to correct his legs. And then at around 2 weeks old, when we had him home here, we had taken the splints off to see if he could walk without them. And he could, but the one leg was bowing out still really bad, and his ankles were still very weak, so we didn't want to risk injury for him. What we ended up coming across by pure chance was a pair of red boots, which you'll see coming up. I had posted, there they are there. I had posted a photo of him on Facebook, and actually for a totally different topic, but a lady had seen the photo and had gotten a hold of me and educated me about these foal boots. They're called red boots. And they correct contracture in foals, and his growth was so rapid we were only able to use the boots for not even 2 weeks. But thankfully for us, the 2 weeks was plenty enough, and it did an excellent job for him and set his feet straight and on the right track. We were facing so many odds with him. Another issue we had with him was that he couldn't nurse, and yet here he was. Actually, here he is. This was kind of a tear-jerking moment. I was actually at work and my husband filmed this clip. He got a hold of me while I was at work, and we actually have no idea how. We were told by the vet that Bambi would never learn to nurse. Because when he was born, he couldn't stand and he couldn't walk more than like a step without needing to go back down. So the vet had started him off bucket feeding him, and it just stayed that way when we brought him home. But he had such a strong will to live. It was unreal. And then he was pulling off these incredible things, like he learned to latch on his own. It was beautiful. Every bit of Bambi's story is just absolutely beautiful. There's just so much I want to tell you. I don't have enough time in this video to tell you all of it, but obviously you get to see how his life started out. But as you'll see in a moment, like he's a fighter. He came around and here he is. Stay tuned. I mean, I want to tell you all of his story, but definitely stay tuned for part 2. There he is. Look at him go.